Hi, today I'll show you the 5 best games on Steam that you should play of 2025. Of course, this list won't include obvious titles like RDR2, but trust me, these games will catch your interest too. Some of them are already out, others are about to blow up the charts. I'll tell you what makes each one special, share some cool facts, and explain why these projects deserve your attention. Let's go! The First Descendant is a free-to-play cooperative third-person shooter developed by the South Korean studio Nexon Games. The game offers juicy graphics powered by Unreal Engine 5, a variety of characters with unique abilities, and huge bosses you'll take down with your friends. You can pick one of the Descendants, each with their own story, skills, and playstyle. Some control fire, others freeze enemies, some heal allies. This creates a lot of room for tactics and team play. Features: free to play with the ability to play with friends without spending money, stunning graphics and special effects, weapon and character customization, cross-play support across platforms. In 2025, the developers promise big updates, new raids, reworked mechanics, and new Descendants. Even if you played it in 2024, the game will look completely new in 2025. Fun fact: one mechanic lets you grapple onto surfaces, adding verticality and a sense of speed similar to Titanfall. Hades 2 is the sequel to the cult indie game from Supergiant Games. If you played the first one, you know how dynamic, stylish, and unique this roguelike is. In the second game, you play as Melinoe, daughter of Hades. Her goal is to defeat the god of time, Kronos. The game has been in early access since May 2024 and has already gathered tons of positive reviews. The full release is expected in 2025, with new levels, weapons, enemies, and a complete story ending. What makes the game special? Stunning visual style. Each run is unique thanks to random upgrades. Great dialogues with gods of the Greek pantheon, full of humor and philosophy. Excellent combat and responsive controls. Melinoe uses magic, spells, and artifacts, which makes her playstyle very different from Zagreus. This is not just a copy of the first game, it's a new game with the spirit of the original. By the way, Supergiant Games do everything by hand, from animation to music, so every pixel in Hades 2 is filled with love. This is probably the most anticipated indie game in recent years. Silksong is the sequel to Hollow Knight, where you play as Hornet, a fast and agile heroine known from the first game. Instead of the dark, gloomy Hallow Nest, you explore a new, lighter but no less dangerous world. Silksong will feature over 160 new enemies, a revamped quest system, and tons of new abilities. The game will be challenging like the first one, but rewarding mastery. What's known? No exact release date yet, but all signs point to 2025. Music again by Christopher Larkin, the composer of the original's atmospheric soundtrack. The world will be more vertical and lively. Crafting system that wasn't in the first game. Fun fact: Silksong was originally planned as a DLC, but grew into a full game, much bigger than the original. For fans of platformers, tough bosses, and atmospheric worlds, a must-play. Stalker 2 is the sequel to the cult series from the Ukrainian studio GSC Game World. The game was in development for many years, facing serious challenges. From engine changes to the war that influenced development and inspired some developers to deeply rethink the zone. What to expect? Huge open world with dynamic weather and day-night cycles. AI Life 2.0 that makes NPCs and mutants behave realistically. Strong story with multiple endings. RPG elements, choices, leveling, crafting, survival. Stalker 2 is built on Unreal Engine 5, and it shows. Lighting, details, animations, everything looks on par with top AAA games. Fun fact: part of the team designed levels in basements during air raids, a true story of struggle and survival, just like in the game. If you love the atmosphere of the zone, radiation, anomalies, and stalkers, this is your 2025. At number 1 is Black Myth Wukong. This is a Chinese action RPG based on the classic novel Journey to the West. You play as the Monkey King, a powerful fighter with a staff who can transform into different creatures. The game is made on Unreal Engine 5 by Game Science Studio. It impresses from the first footage: super smooth combat, incredible visual effects, bosses the size of entire buildings. What makes the game special? Hard fights inspired by Dark Souls and Sekiro, gorgeous landscapes, from icy mountains to ancient temples, various hero transformations. You can turn into beasts and use their powers, incredible physics and attention to detail. Fun fact, the team used to work at Tencent but left to make their dream game. The inspiration comes from Chinese mythology but presented on the level of Western AAA projects. The game was released in August 2024, but the main wave of popularity is expected in 2025, with mods, expansions, and fan content. So, those are 5 games you definitely should try in 2025. Write in the comments what you plan to play and which game you like the most. Don't forget to subscribe. More reviews, top lists, and gamer videos are coming your way. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.